Crime syndicates thrive on a country where government itself is questionable on issues of corruption. Coming up. General Shadrack Sibiya has once again been exposed, and this time by Dumisani Khumalo. And it seems like it's getting harder and harder for General Sibiya to really prove himself that he is not involved in the criminal cartel. When PKTT raided Katiso Molefe's house, they also got hold of the CCTV hard drive, which tells us who has been going in and out of Katiso Molefe's house. And guess what? General Dumisani Khumalo has used that CCTV as a hardcore evidence, dropping it on Madlanga's commission, bearing both Shadrack Sibiya and Katiso Molefe at the same time. Now, what is interesting on this CCTV footage, guys, is the guy by the name of Sergeant FE Nkosi. Now, please don't forget the name, FE Nkosi, Sergeant FE Nkosi. He's seen getting into Katiso Molefe's house with a white BMW, and a couple of minutes, he gets out having a white paper bag that seems to be carrying something of value. And again, if your memory serves you well, you'll remember that this same FE Nkosi guy is the same guy who was mentioned by Witness C as a guy who is a go-betweener between Ket Matlala and General Ciba. He's a guy who transports, who conveys, or who passes money from Ket Matlala to Ciba. It is on the same footage where that Witness C told us that Matlala even said that Ciba guy is a criminal himself and he loves money.
Yeah.
Witness C, in an earlier part of your evidence, you made reference to a Sergeant FE Nkosi. You gave evidence that this is a police official who tipped Mr. Matlala off about a operation scheduled at his residence. Is this the same Sergeant Nkosi that you list in paragraph 110?
That is correct, Commissioners. On the 6th of December, he did show us the contact numbers of Nkosi, of Sergeant Nkosi, but he had saved him as Warrant Officer FE Nkosi, where in actual fact, when we checked, because like he also had his personal number on one of the screenshots that he had, then when we checked, it was indeed determined that he is not a warrant officer, but a sergeant. And he indicated that this Sergeant Nkosi is the one who facilitates the transfers of money to General Ciba.
Now that guy, that Nkosi guy, he's the guy, he's an ice boy, he's a Ket Matlala's ice boy. He's a guy who transports money, or who's being sent money by Ket Matlala to General Ciba. But this time, he's caught again carrying a white bag, the content of which of course might not be known, but if you look and use your own intelligence, you can see that, my friend, is stash and stash of cash. From where? From KT Molefe's house. Check this out.
Through Sergeant Nkosi, that is linking the office of Lieutenant General Ciba and the cartel. Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. And who is the person that we can see in the video that's exiting the white BMW?
the person that we see exiting the white BMW is a Sergeant Nkosi.
Okay, so that's...
He just arrived in the premises of Katiso Molefe on the 27th of November. So the vehicle that is projected there on the video, I think we are still going to see it much closer. It is the vehicle, it is an SAPS vehicle that is allocated to the office of the Deputy National Commissioner Crime Detection, Lieutenant General Sibiya. So that is the first link that one will explain with that. And there is a lot of, or maybe one has to, because when we get to that slide, we might have lots of questions. It is the policy of the South African Police Service to have all vehicles fitted with an internal tracking system, which is referred to as AVL, so as then we are able, especially during complaints, investigations, and our type of investigations, we are able then to have our work easily cut out.
Okay, can we go back to the beginning and pause it there? Okay, so now that we've seen it, we're just going to go back to the beginning and pause it. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Commissioners. This part of the video, maybe if we can check the time, Mr. Sergeant Nkosi did not spend much time there. It was less than 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, the timestamp says 16:40, and the previous video was 16:31, so it's about 9 minutes.
Yeah. And then we noticed that when he was arriving, he did not have any bag with. So now this second video is showing, okay, maybe standing there, it's him and Mr. Katiso Molefe, who is then accompanying his visitor back to his car. And then we notice that the sergeant is now carrying a white paper bag. Unfortunately for us, it's not transparent, so as we can see what type of chocolate is in there. But he is having a bag that does not look like it's heavy, but it has got some contents. Then we will use lots of analytical minds to check what is it that you can carry in such a carrier bag with value, but it's not that heavy. As then the picture is like he just came in to collect something that was already packed and waiting for pickup.
Okay, but you don't know what's in the bag, correct?
That's correct, Commissioners. We're still trying to get the systems that will make us be able to see behind bags, the scanners through the system. But using our own analytical minds, we can see that he's carrying something that is not that heavy, but it's of value.
Okay.
And we can then look at chocolate, sweets, or whatever that you can put in that type of a bag, and you hold it dearly so on your right hand. Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, and so, sorry, if you could just go to the end of that video, if you could just scroll it down to the end. Yes. Right, so that is Mr. Molefe who escorted him back to the vehicle.
That Sergeant FE Nkosi is a sergeant belonging to General Sibiya's unit of police. Okay? What's even more interesting, guys, is this. That white BMW that Mr. F or Sergeant FE Nkosi was driving didn't have a tracker. Remember, guys, that all the cars that are being used by the police, they are all fitted with a tracker. But for whatever reason, this car in particular didn't have a tracker. Why? So that Sergeant Nkosi can be able to move around easy, transferring monies between these cartels, these criminals, without being traced. His whereabouts. Listen to Dumisani Khumalo here, breaking it all down for us. My man.
Its allocation, which is reflected then indeed as the car being allocated in the office of on utilizing this system was to using the tracking system, only to get the report from the system managers that the vehicle movement tracking unit, like a normal tracker, is not installed in the car. It's either it was never installed, but the information about the car is on the system. It's either was not installed or was installed and removed sometime. So that is the investigation part that is still ongoing, because if it was installed before, it needs a reversal on the system until you get to a date when it was still recording the movements. But the current status is the unit itself is not in the vehicle.
So this Nkosi guy was a conduit of money between Madlanga to General Ciba, and now is seen at Katiso Molefe's house carrying what seems to be money. Obviously, we know where that money goes to. Going to one and the only guy. The guy who's known, or Madlanga has told us that he loves money too much. That is General Shadrack Sibiya. And again, this white BMW that Nkosi was driving. Are you aware that in most of the crime scenes, including that of Papita Diokaran, it was also a white BMW that pulled next to her as they sprayed her with bullets? The car that was on the crime scene, a white BMW. Yep. Clearly, General Shadrack Sibiya, the intelligent what, was not intelligent enough. Couldn't see this one coming. And if you ask me, this is a checkmate right there, because I don't see Sibiya coming back or counteracting this one. What do you think? Let me have your comment below, and of course, if you are coming for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.